Hi, welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment. I'm your host, Lori Rosales. After a 35-year career in the U.S. Army, he is now the CEO of the USO. Lieutenant General retired Michael Linnington will be joining us right here on Sidewalks Entertainment. So sit back, relax, and don't go anywhere because you're watching Sidewalks Entertainment. I'd like to welcome USO CEO, Lieutenant General retired Michael Linnington to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi, Lieutenant General Linnington. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lori, thanks for having me on.
So tell me about the USO and how does the USO support military families?
Well, Lori, I'll just tell you, the USO is an organization that's been in place since 1941, formed during World War II to be a constant companion for America's sons and daughters as they're forward deployed, serving our nation in harm's way. And that mission is enduring today. Today, we continue that mission. Our mission is to increase the well-being and resilience of our nation's service members and their families, most importantly, their families as well. And today, the USO is in 264 locations around the globe, not just in the continental United States, but all the other continents as well, and wherever service members are forward deployed, the USO is there with them.
You've led a long military career before retiring, 35 years. So now a part of USO, what has your experience been like as the USO CEO?
It really brings me full circle. My time in uniform, from my earliest days in uniform, in the Army. My family and I were separated a lot. Sometimes I was separated from my immediate family, but we were always separated from our extended family. And in all those locations, the USO was there for me and my units and my soldiers. I will tell you, whether it was Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea, Germany, Kuwait, being far from home over the holidays is really tough for a lot of service members, especially our youngest service members that maybe are in their first enlistment or second enlistment and away from their families. And the USO makes it a point. In fact, it's a high priority for us to be there with them when they are in these forward locations in these austere places, whether that's Eastern Europe, whether it's the Horn of Africa, whether it's Southwest border, or on ships afloat in the Persian Gulf, the Atlantic, and the Pacific. The USO has a presence there as well, because we want to keep our service members connected to not only to each other and create that sense of camaraderie and home away from home, but also to keep them connected to their families and loved ones. And we use technology to help us do that, obviously, and we also provide programs and services for spouses and children back home. And that's what we do. We take that responsibility very seriously. We do it with 20,000 plus volunteers around the world, and we do it with the generosity of the American people that support us.
So a cousin of mine is a retired vet, and after a 26-year career in the Navy, he said one of his best memories during his time in the Navy was when Ariana Grande visited his ship. He explained that the USO arranges celebrity appearances like this in that her visit really helped to boost morale. Has the USO ever helped you with something similar like this during your military career before retiring? Or have you had any experiences like this during your career?
Oh, I wish we had an hour to talk about them, because I will tell you, my organizations in very extremely austere locations, the USO was there with entertainers, performers, bands, comedians, country western singers, from Bruce Willis to Robin Williams to you name it. And by the way, I'm going on a trip just next week with senior military officials and a group of entertainers, comedians, performers. We're going to 3 continents to do exactly what Ariana Grande did with your family member on ships. And today, the USO is on more than a dozen aircraft carriers and destroyers with USO centers, so sailors and Marines that are forward deployed can stay connected with their families. It's a really important piece of what we do, and it's as important today as it was 85 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. My cousin mentioned that whenever he was deployed for long periods of time, the USO has always been there and has always helped him through it. So, yeah, absolutely. So the holidays can especially be difficult for military families facing separation. How is the USO helping them stay connected?
Well, I will say, the separation of the holidays is probably the toughest period because, you miss birthdays and anniversaries, but Thanksgiving, a time of sitting around a Thanksgiving table or a Christmas table or New Year's Eve with family welcoming in the new year, you miss those opportunities with your immediate family. But the USO provides opportunities for service members to celebrate those holidays with their military family, and oftentimes provide opportunities for service members to call back to their biological family and just, share love and joy and have those conversations, video calls, reading your child a bedtime story, or spending private time with your spouse, maybe. Those are opportunities that the USO does every day, and it's especially important over these holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday period, that we double down on our efforts to provide those opportunities for service members that are far from home.
Lieutenant General Linnington, it really was such an honor and such a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you so much. Everyone, to learn more and to support the USO's mission around the globe, visit uso.org.
Thank you.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.